All right. Hey, Helmet, what's up, man? Yeah. I had to go mow the yard, and like, I was streaming earlier, and then I was like looking at the weather. I was like, there's a huge storm coming through, so I had to like run out and try to mow the yard. I only got the front part of the yard, the front of the yard mowed, and then it just started pouring rain, like heavy pouring rain. Um, but at least I got part of it mowed.
Lovely.
Not a hurricane, although I am in Florida. Just heavy rain, heavy rainstorm. Yeah, summer rain, man, summer rain. I don't know why my quest log is messed up. At least my map's not showing the quests for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. Hmm. A funny spec. Oh, you're Primeless Torn? There's Vamp Girl. I am running the Guardian right now. Pretty excited about it. And then Guardian the Starcaller. The Starcaller is still, I mean, the Starcaller is really good. I think at higher levels, I'm in a bad patch, but I think it's going to be really good once I get through that bracket I'm in. I don't know why, like, my add-ons or my objectives aren't showing. Let me... No, they're just not showing on the map. Whatever. You love playing tank? Yeah, tank's cool, man. But I'm going to try the Guardian, the DPS Guardian spec. Because you can use a shield with it, which I'm super excited about. Alright, are the servers messed up? What is all this shit in the newcomer chat? This stupid people being stupid. Really? I've had no problem logging in. I've had no issues logging in. I've just logged right in. But you know, I'm bypassing the launcher. I'm not running the game from the launcher. I'm running it from the executable on the hard drive. So... Oh, you're on Vojin. Yeah, that server's fuller than this one. I was on that server, but then... What happened was... the server crashed a couple times, and I was like, it crashed like too many times for me. I was like, this is ridiculous. I said, and I was only like level 2 or 3. So I said, well, let me just go play on the other server. So, you know, the other, which is Rexar or whatever. And this server's only crashed a couple times in like 4 days, or 3 days or whatever. So it's been pretty good. I feel like this server is more stable than the other one, for whatever reason. Yeah, I'm on Rexar, yep. I'm telling you, man, this server I think is more stable than the Vojin or whatever.
Lovely.
Alright, man, I'll see you. Summerlink. Alright, man. See you, man. Have a good one. See you. Oh. I thought I killed all the treants. Guess not. Could have sworn I did. Raise shield. Raise your shield, increasing your block chance. Reinforce your shield with spikes, causing your blocks to deal damage. Increase your chance to block by 10%. Man, this is crazy. I love this. Like, man, this class is all about the shield, baby. I love it. You know, it's so many times I've complained that MMOs don't use shields enough for characters, and that shields should be utilized more often. And this is one of the only MMOs I've ever seen where they've actually taken that to heart. I wonder if somebody was listening to me on my stream. I bitch about it, but we have reinforce your shield with spikes. Lasts an hour. Look at that. And then we got, let's see, Ram enemy with your shield, which we already have Ram. Why does this icon look different than this icon? Okay, let's fix that. Why is this icon look different? Let's say show tooltip Ram, I guess? No? I don't get it. Okay, let's try something else. Let's go here to our spellbook show. We can't move it, can we?
Everything you never do and all you never say, never make it easier to numb out all the pain.
Cast Ram.
Not like anything was wrong, it never made it right. You're the one to come on strong.
I don't know why the icon's wrong. That's very strange. Ram, 30 energy. Yeah, I don't know. That's very bizarre. Got bad. We got this. We got this. We got this. Reclaim. What is this? Instant. Okay. Raise shield requires tower formation. We couldn't train tower formation. Raise your shield. Increase your block chance by 100% for 4 seconds. Okay. Raise shield. All right.
from a meltdown.
Lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
So many people playing Starcaller now. It's a little like I was playing Starcaller and I didn't see very many Starcallers yesterday, and now today, and I know why, because there's a YouTuber called Big Daddy who's put up some videos on Starcallers, and everybody's watching those videos, I guarantee you, and everybody's saying how strong Starcaller is, you know, especially solo, and so everybody's playing it. And I hate it when I'm playing a class that everybody plays. You know what I mean? Like, I hate it when I'm one of like. That's why I never wanted to play Knights of Azeroth. I don't really like the play style, but I like Starcaller so much, so I will definitely continue to play Starcaller because it's such a fun class. But man, there's a lot of Starcallers I see getting created today. I don't know what's going on with the quest helper. I'm not sure why it's not working. Here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Quest helper's not working. Let's try untracking it. Let's try tracking. Track. 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 Still not showing up. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Conquest of Azeroth quests not showing on map. If your quest markers are missing from the map on Conquest of Azeroth. It is usually caused by disabled tracking filters, user interface desync, or a missing add-on. Open your main map, press M. In the top right corner, click the magnifying glass. Ensure that show quest objective is checked. I don't even see show quest objective.
Settled into place as the darkness starts to
Use the super tracker Conquest of Azeroth immersive quest tracking system instead. Feature immersive quest tracker. I don't know. I've always worked before. This is the first character where my quests aren't showing up. I don't know why. So. I don't know. Which add-on for UI? I'm using Bartender. I mean, that's... Let me exit the game. I don't know. Hey, what's up? I like it. Hey, Noble. I'm actually digging it. I mean, there's things I don't like, of course. I mean, there's, you know, some of the balancing issues are aren't great, but yeah, I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun playing it. There's so many classes, though. It's a lot to learn. So I'm just trying to get in here and learn the classes, and you can see I've tried the Sun Cleric, Stormbringer, Blood Mage, Starcaller, Cultist. Now we're going to try the Guardian. Starcaller is really good, but the kind of secret's out on the Starcaller about how good it is. So I see a lot of people creating Starcallers, which is a little disappointing. I always hate playing a class that everybody else is playing. My quest objectives aren't showing up, and I'm a little perturbed about that. And I don't know why they're not showing up. And they're showing. The funny part is they're showing up on my mini map. Here. Oh my god, it was unchecked down here at the bottom. Never mind. Everything is right in the world again. Everything is right to the world. Everything is right to the world again. So now we're playing the Guardian. And they've finally done something. They've actually finally done something with a class in an MMO, which I've been asking for what feels like years. Actually, it has been years. I've been asking for this for years. I love playing classes with shields, but we've never really had in MMOs too many classes where the shield is a main part of the DPS rotation, right? Like, we just haven't had that. The only game I can think of that I've played where the shield... I can think of 2 MMOs where the shield's used quite a bit. The most was Elion. If you ever played Elion, the Warhammer class or something class, the shield, there's lots of shield abilities. There's Shield Rush, Shield Spin, Shield Block, Shield Bash. There's a ton of really cool shield abilities. Super great, fantastic, loved it. Loved the combat in Elion. It was a great game. Just the questing system was crappy and the PvE wasn't very good, but the combat was fantastic. And then the other one would be Arcade 1. Arcade 1, if you play the Warrior class, there's a shield-based class that actually has quite not a ton of shield abilities, but there's a charge and there's a bash and there's about 2 or 3 shield attack type abilities. In WoW, there really has never been that many. I mean, you've got maybe like shield, paladin, like in later versions of WoW, like shield throw, right? And there's like shield bash. Warrior's got a couple shield attacks, but that's it. And they're not like really part of your like primary rotation. But this class, literally, all I do on this class right now, currently at this level 6, is hit people with my shield. I'm not even joking. Watch this. If I charge this Gurkhan, I'm going to charge him, and I think hit him with my shield. Watch. Except it's not... Oh, I forget. Every time I restart the game, I got to put my aspect in. So we charge. Okay, now we hit him with my shield. Now we hit him with my shield. And we hit him with my shield again. You know, it's hilarious. I love it, man. I love that the shield has become a lot more part of this class's rotations. And so I'm really looking forward to see what else we're gonna get with the shield going down the road. But I've got another ability I just can't use yet because I don't have enough money. Actually, let's go learn it. Let's go. We've got another ability called Shield Raise. So here's my skills: Ram an enemy with your shield, dealing damage. Raise your shield, increasing your block value. Pulverize, slam an enemy with your shield. And then Battle Rush, charge an enemy, dealing physical damage and stunning them for a second, which is just like a regular warrior charge, right? So 3 out of my 4 skills that I have right now are shield based. So pretty cool. Yeah. So there's the support guardian. Let's take a look. We had some videos we were looking at. I've got way too many YouTube. I've got way too many like browser windows open because we're doing so much with Conquest of Azeroth. Let's see if we can get the guardian and see what this guy. This guy did kind of like what the classes are like from a thematic and lore point of view, and I thought it was a decent video. So you can kind of watch this, and he has a little bit of information about the playstyle of the classes.
Twist for a heavily armored fighter. You're balancing martial combat with powerful this fantasy because it doesn't feel like another generic paladin. It's much more mystical. You're weaving lunar magic into every attack while protecting your allies with incredible durability. The class also leans heavily on who have broken
I hate how it keeps jumping. Hold on a second.
of damage, protecting your teammates, switching weapons depending on the encounter, adapting to whatever the fight throws at you. Blood Mage feels like one of those classes that walks a very fine line. You're helping your allies, but everyone is also slightly uncomfortable standing next to you. Who should play Blood Mage? Players who enjoy hybrid roles, Shadow Priest fans, dark fantasy lovers, people who like classes with a mysterious identity. Who should avoid it? Players looking for bright, heroic themes. This class definitely leans into the darker side of Warcraft. #Guardian. Every MMO needs that player. You know exactly who I'm talking about. The one that says, I'll tank. Guardian is built for that player. This class doesn't rely on flashy magic or complicated mechanics. It relies on experience, discipline, armor, weapons, and standing exactly where nobody else wants to stand, right in front of the boss. I actually respect that. Sometimes simple class fantasy is the strongest. You're the wall between your party and certain death. You're absorbing ridiculous amounts of damage, protecting your teammates, switching weapons depending on the encounter, adapting to whatever the fight throws at you. Guardian feels dependable. When you see one in your group, you know things are probably going to be okay, unless they pull the entire dungeon, which,
So primary stat is, I'm assuming that's strength. Armor is leather mail plate, and weapons are sword, mace, and shield.
be honest, someone always does.
There is a support role. I'm going to be running the DPS. I'm going to be running what I believe is the DPS role, which is the Gladiator, is what I'm going to be running. Because there's Inspiration, which I believe would be the support role, and there's Vanguard, was the tank role. I think I'm running the Gladiator. Although Inspiration also, the support one sounds cool too. I've talked to somebody else earlier today, and they were saying the support one's really cool. So I'll probably play around with both the Inspiration and the Gladiator based Guardians. I'm really interested to see what the difference is. The Gladiator, you can see that like each class has these abilities, these passives that they get like every so many levels. Like you get a level 10 passive, level 20, level 30, level 40, and then a level 50 passive. So the Gladiator's level 10 passive is Glory, apparently. It says your ram now grants you a stack of Glory for 30 seconds. At 3 stacks, your next ram within 30 seconds deals 150% increased damage. So basically, you have the ability to generate more damage with your shield slam, right? Yeah, I just think the DPS shield sounds really fun. It really comes down to how much survivability does the DPS shield, the Gladiator. Like, does the Gladiator have it? Because if the Gladiator is squishy, I won't play it. Like, if you've got a shield, you shouldn't be squishy, in my opinion. But so if the Gladiator is squishy, then I'll go back to probably the Starcaller. Starcaller is kind of squishy at 26, but from everything I've seen later on at higher levels, incredibly not squishy, right? So. I don't know when my wife's coming home. This could be a short stream. It just depends on when my wife gets home. because she may need help doing stuff. But I haven't tried any of the new zones. No, I have not. I've been so busy doing battlegrounds. I basically level a character to 10 and just QBGs nonstop. That's what I've been doing. So no, I've not done a single dungeon. I've done only enough quests to get me to level 10. Yeah, I've been BGing, yep. Been doing BGs. I forgot to sell stuff, didn't I? Oh, I did have one. Oh yeah, we do have enough. Tower formation. Honor. Declare an ally honorable, increasing their strength. So this is a buff. What is this? Reprisal. 2 charges. Counterattack an enemy dealing weapon damage plus 12 and restoring 28. Only usable after blocking an attack. Okay, that's pretty cool. Alright, this is going to change my keybinds. So we've got, let's see. Reprisal. I'm just agonizing over keybinds. What was it called? This one, honor. Honor. This is the defensive. Interesting. And reprisal is counterattack an enemy, only usable after blocking and attack.
Lovely.
Okay. Let's try this. And this is raise shield. So that didn't work. Let me try. It could be incoming. It's probably incoming player actually. Maybe. Let's try. I don't think it is though. Let's try it.
Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah, there we go.
Lovely.
Now we have an audio cue to let us know when we should use reprisal. I'm wondering if we shouldn't. Nah, that was fine. We'll just leave it the way it is. The other thing is we're going to need the ability to switch these. So this is going to be Control D is defense. Control F is going to be assault formation. Alright, cool. Evo, hey! Yeah, I'm on the Guardian, yeah. So far, pretty cool. I saw that Big Daddy put out a video of him at level 60 doing solo queue on Starcaller, and he's like 40. He was like 40-1, and the only time he lost was because he forgot he had high risk on, and he like left the BG, and it put him as a loss. So he's basically undefeated in solo queue on Starcaller at level 60. So he said that the players at level 60 aren't very good though, and his gear wasn't even that good. He showed his gear, and it wasn't even that good. I was like, man, your gear's not even. I mean, his gear was just like okay, wasn't anything great, you know. So we could. I wonder if we can change Battle Rush to. Let's try this. Because normally you would have. Let's see, Battle Rush. We want to be able to change stances. So I don't know if this will work. But let's give it a go. So we're going to go defensive stance, and now we're going to try to automatically. Yeah, that works. So now we can just automatically have it change into the correct stance, like you would with a warrior, to use your charge. And the same thing we could do probably with our raised shield. Right? If we want to raise shield, let's go ahead and put ourselves in the correct stance. Tower formation. See if this works. May not be quite as good, but let's try it.
Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah, it works. This class is pretty cool. This class is pretty cool, Evo. So we got some good options as far as what to play on Conquest of Azeroth. So far, we've found quite a few characters that are really fun. Yeah, but the real key is like how much survivability does this class have? You know, like I'm sure it can do damage because it's a damage dealer, but how good as is it at taking damage? That's going to be the real question for the gladiator.
Lovely. Lovely.
I'm digging the way the character looks. I think she came out looking pretty cool. I like the little kind of little bands she has on around her wrist and her neck. Kind of interesting. I love this shield. This is one of my favorite shields with the spikes on it, which fits my character perfectly because we actually have an ability called Spike Reinforcement, which actually is not on right now. And when we use this, it basically reinforces my shield with spikes that do damage, and it lasts for an hour. And the icon even looks like my shield, which is pretty funny. You've not used Gladiator very much? Yeah, well, someone was in the stream, and people know, anybody who's coming on my stream a lot knows that I love shield play. I love characters that have a shield where they actually use the shield. You know, they actually hit people with it and throw their shield and block with it, and so I like a lot of shield play. And this class has a lot of shield play so far, which is cool. Yeah. So we got the star call. That's cool. And then someone was saying, Evo, I don't think it was you, but it was somebody else was saying that they got their tanking cultist to level 20, and once they reached level 20 on their cultist who was a tank, that they felt like at level 20 that it started to feel tanky. But you got your tanking cultist to 28. But I think you were saying it wasn't really squishy, right? You were just saying it didn't really do much damage. I think that's what you said. Yeah, that's the Venom-mancer. Yeah, I've run into plenty of Venomancers that are spiders, and they're pretty tough. They move quickly, and they have some poison, and I think they even have like some sort of like a camouflage, or I don't know if it's a stealth, but is it beetle? I don't remember seeing a beetle, but it's a cool class. I think it's a cool class, and I think your base movement speed might even be faster, because I see people in the Venomancer like the spider form, and they walk faster than I do. So I think their base movement must be quicker, which obviously is going to help a lot in PvP. That's the tank form. Okay, I got you. I haven't seen too many Venomancers that are rolling tank. It's amazing how many tanks there are in Conquest of Azeroth, though. It feels like there's like a dozen. Like out of the 21 classes, I think there's like at least like maybe 10 or 12 that have tank specs. Not 2 bars of your Templar. Nice, dude. Maybe I can get this. If I can get this one to 10 really quick, I'll do some BGs with you. It won't take too long, I don't think. We're level 7 already. We just got to get 3 more levels, and that we're talking maybe, what, 30 minutes maybe? Like I said, I don't know when my wife's coming home, though, and once she comes home, I probably have to spend some time with her. I did mow the front yard, but then it poured rain, and I mean poured rain, like huge, like rain for like half an hour, like heavy, heavy, heavy rain. So I can't mow the backyard. It's just drenched. So I'll probably mow it tomorrow. Oh, and I did battle with the snake in the garage. Man, my wife is so lucky she's not. My wife does not like snakes. I went into the garage after I mowed the front yard and it started raining, and there was a big black snake crawling along the wall in the garage. Like he was like under a shelf. And he was about, I don't know, like 3 or 4 feet long, you know. Not huge, but my wife would have screamed bloody, man. She would have screamed if she saw that snake. She would have, she does not like snakes. Um, I got it out of the garage, and then I tried to kill it with a metal, this metal thing you use for edging the lawn. But he was so fast, and he went up, he went under some bushes next to the house next to us, and I couldn't get to him, man. He was too quick. That snake was fast. I'm debating on whether I probably won't tell my wife that I found the snake in the garage because that'll freak her out. And then every time she goes into the garage, she's gonna be worried the snake will come back and be waiting for her in the garage. Snakes don't bother me at all. I have no fear of snakes. Now, if it was a spider, I don't like spiders. Once the spider gets past the size of like a silver dollar, or you know, like I'm like, ew, I don't like spiders. I don't like them. I don't like them. Snakes, you know, bugs, rats, none of that stuff bothers me. But I don't like spiders. They're creepy, they're crawly, they're nasty. Ooh, I think we get our mount now. I think. Yeah, we do. Or do we not get our mount? What mount is befitting this character? Rat Stallion? Squeakers?
Lovely.
You were screwed.
Lovely. Lovely.
You were screwed.
There's a problem with this macro. Okay, the problem with this macro is that the problem with these macros is that if you use it, if you hit it multiple times, it'll switch you into the proper stance, but if you hit it again, it'll take you out of the stance, so it's toggling. So we need to see if the World of Warcraft, let's see if I've got a warrior here. Warrior, no. Yeah, see, these work without having to... Let me think of something here. Who's Venom Glow? Ugh. Trying to figure this macro out. Hold on really quick. That's what I was, well, I was thinking exclamation mark. Hey, no, death. Yeah, we could do no stance. Let's try it. Yeah, form one, yeah. Depends on which one's which, right? Let's try this. What we're going to try is we're going to try something like you have there, like Form 1. We're going to try no stance, maybe? But we could be in a stance, so it wouldn't be... It would be more like what you're saying, which would be... Cast... Would it be Form 1, or... We could try exclamation mark, which might work. Yeah, it's either 0 or 1. Well, the leftmost one is tower formation. Let's try what you've got. Let's try Form 1. And then would it be Form 1 tower formation? Like that? Let's try this. Yeah, see, that definitely does not work. And I don't think it's no stance because we're not gonna be no stance. Let's try. It's not gonna be this either. Actually, that works. Hold on, that actually works. Hold on a second. That works. So what? And I didn't think this would work, but cast no stance 1. So basically, what it's saying is, if I'm not in stance 1, cast tower formation. So that works. It's basically just saying if I'm in any stance other than tower formation, put me in tower formation. Otherwise, don't do anything. Right? I mean, it makes sense, but. Yeah, so that works. And then so we're going to do the same thing for the charge macro, right? Which is this one. Which is assault formation. So we're going to say the same thing. And it's going to be stance, I'm assuming stance 2. Assault formation. So if we do this. Yep, that works. See, now we can switch back and forth. Because the macro that puts me into tower formation, I hit it again to engage shield block. So basically, if I'm fighting somebody, I can just hit it once, puts me in the formation, hit it again, and engage shield block, right? So I can basically spam it. I can spam the keybind without changing me out of the stance that I'm in, which is what I want. So that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. Yeah. Yeah, here, I'll put it in the... I'll put it in this stream chat. And then I always put the, so there's 4 lines. There's show tooltip, space, and the next line /cast, no stance 2, assault formation, and then, not space, but then next line /use battle rush. And then the next line is /script UI errors frame clear. And I do that so we can spam the keybind, right, without it throwing the red text to the screen. So if you look at, for example, like this ability here, like if you look at this ability here, RAM, if I were to take out this last line in the macro, right, now when I hit RAM and just spam the keybind, you're going to see all this red text at the top of the screen. See all that red text? You cannot attack that target. So on almost every macros, I always put /script clear the UI frames, because now if I hit D, you see nothing. You don't see any red text. And that way it keeps your screen clear of all that junk, which I hate seeing, you know what I mean? You should be able to one-line it too. Yeah. I do Form 1. So you've got Form 1, no mods, Skulk, mod control. Yeah. You could do that. I do something similar like that in other versions of World of Warcraft. I have so many macros, it's ridiculous. I mean, to show you how many I've even got a document open right now. All right. I just have a document right now which is just macros. I mean, this is macros. Here's some more macros. Here's some more macros. Here's some more macros. But if you go to my hard drive, if we go to WoW things to say, let's see. I've got a shit ton of stuff for WoW. Maybe it might even be on the D drive. Let's see, D. No, it's going to be E drive, library, WoW stuff, and then macros. Under here, there should be a macros. So yeah, macros. Here is just a list of macros across various versions of World of Warcraft that I've played. We've got Nostalrius macros. I've got one document called All Macros, and if you'd open this up, it's just got a shit ton of macros. So some of these macros are from Classic, some of these are from, and they'll usually say like, here's like a Hunter macros, here's a Caster's macros, Druid macros, you know, and it just depends on what version of WoW we're on, right? Like here we're looking at macros that work for 1.12 client. Because when you're using 1.12 client, then you're going to be running super macro, and then when you're running super macro, you're going to be setting up like actual variables. Get shape form info 1 if it's active, then cast spell by name charge. So this is basically actually running scripts that are basically querying to see what stance you're in, and if you're the right stance, cast charge. If you're not in the right stance to cast charge, then what it's going to do is it's going to put you in the right stance. So these are some older like 1.12 macros. I mean, I have so many macros on my computer, it's ridiculous. So it's always just like figuring out which ones to use, And since this is Conquest of Azeroth, wasn't sure, what we're using. I'll save here on a second. I'll save your macro too. Null death. Oh, that's null. Dude. All this time I was talking to you, Null, I wasn't even thinking about who it was, but it's blue. We're talking to blue here. But we'll save that one too if we need it. Anyways, so that works. We're good there. Let's keep leveling. But first, let's get some different music. I have too much. All these streams are going to be demonetized because I'm playing a lot of copyrighted music. I just have not been wanting to play non-copyrighted music because I get so tired of listening to the same stuff. So, just the way it goes. Let's try this one. I haven't listened to this playlist for a while. So, Blue, are you enjoying the Venomancer? Do we have bracers? 27, 14. Okay, bracers. Oh, that was weird.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
It's pretty good. Feels pretty similar to Druid. Okay.
Lovely.
Okay, so 3 more eggs.
Lovely. Lovely.
You were screwed.
Getting pretty close on health there. Apparently I'm in combat. Maybe because this Voltrig up here I don't know. I don't know why I'm in combat, but I am.
Lovely.
Still in combat. Kinda sucks. Completely different playstyle than Starcaller. Starcaller is a lot more fluid. This feels a little bit more herky-jerky. Where there's more delay in between. There's like more of a cooldown between your abilities. So you need... Like what we're really missing right now is a gap filler. We don't have a... We need a gap filler. I'm sure we'll get one. You know, as we level up, I'm sure we'll get more abilities. Still says I'm in combat. I don't know what's going on. It's just trying to equip that ring. It's like, nope, you can't do that. You're in combat. But I'm not in combat. And I don't really want to jump down because someone might die from the fall, but let's do it anyway. Let's do it anyway. We don't have any bandage. We haven't learned first aid yet. Let's learn first aid. First aid. Let's learn mining. Yeah, good idea. I tried Shadow Meld, and that also did not take me out of combat. But we did learn first aid, so now we can go ahead and heal ourselves with some bandages. It does get better, Eva. Yeah, yeah. We tried the Shadow Meld. That was good. That was a good idea, but unfortunately, it didn't work. We're still in combat, I'm sure. Yeah, still in combat. Let's create a macro. You know, I love my macros, and let's just bandage. Slash target Cheryl / use linen bandage / target last target. Boom. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bit. Alright, cool. And let's get a different... I don't want to use that pet. Let's do a different mount. Let's pick something... Ooh, I think this one fits our kind of look pretty well. The hyena. Yes, the spiked shield with the hyena. I like it. It will eventually. I think eventually it will be shut down. They just don't know when. I mean, when Turtle Wow was served, it took them about 6 months before they shut it down, so... It's not going to get shut down in the next month or two, but it could get shut down within the next... I mean, Blizzard would obviously want to shut them down. I think Blizzard would want to shut them down before they release Classic Plus, and Classic Plus, from all the leaks, supposedly is going to be released 1 week after BlizzCon. So whenever BlizzCon is, when's BlizzCon? And I believe that that's probably accurate. So, BlizzCon is September 12th. And we are currently in what, July? We are currently July 11. So, let's see, June, July, August, September. So, really, that's 2 months, about 2 months and a week. So, what are the chances that they can shut down the server in that time? I don't know. Probably not that fast. I wouldn't think, but you never know. You never know. Yeah, I mean this is so good. I mean honestly, this is so good.
Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah, we do need one more spider silk. Let's get it this way.
Lovely.
Alright, about to level 8. Let's see, my wife should be on her way home by now. I'd be surprised if my wife isn't on her way home right now. Looks like she's not, maybe? Looks like she's still at her mom's. Not on YouTube. Blizzard never goes after YouTube channels. Twitch, if you stream it on Twitch, private servers are... If you stream private servers on Twitch, yeah, Twitch can ban you. But they don't... YouTube doesn't do anything about private servers, which is really interesting, actually. I'm not really sure why Twitch does. I guess because... I don't know. Yeah, but Twitch, you can't do it on Twitch. I mean, you can, but you risk being Twitch banning your account. So... Yeah, they don't usually ban accounts on YouTube for streaming private servers. Actually, we should... Let's see what we got. Broad sweep. Swing it up to 4 enemies in front of you, dealing damage and reducing their attack power by 25. Okay, it's like a deep... It's kind of like a... It's like a demoralizing shot with damage. Pulverize rank 2. Yes, please. And Heroic Resolve. Steady your resolve, instantly restoring energy and causing you to critically block the next attack against you. Last 5 seconds. Huh. Heroic resolve. Instant. 1 minute. It's 1 minute cooldown too. That's a very short cooldown. Doesn't have a stance requirement either. Hmm. And then we also got Broad Sweep. One of the things I don't like about Ascension, this has always been a problem with Ascension, is they give you too many abilities. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm like level 8, and look how many abilities I already have. You know?
Lovely.
I mean, I'm literally level 8, and I have, you know, a lot of skills. You're leveling a Guardian in the new zone, Pale Reach. Gladiator spec is honestly really fun, but it feels a lot like Enhancement Shaman with Wind Fury. Really? Enhancement Shaman with Wind Fury. Well, as long as, but you don't have all the stupid totems. I can't stand totems on shamans. That's probably why I don't play shamans. Managing all the totems is just kind of annoying. Let's see, broad sweep. We were making the macro for that. Let's see, broad sweep. Where's Control C? I don't see Control C. There it is. Control C, broad sweep. Let's try it. Let's do some broad sweeping. Nice. Hey, Legato 321, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Looks like 3 is really good. But only like 3 are really good. Well, that's good. I don't want too many. I don't want like 10 different like banners, you know, and each one's like, you know, like I don't want it to be overly complicated. Like I like complexity, but not too much complexity. I don't want it to be kind of ridiculous. Maybe I'm just getting it. Maybe I'm getting lazy in my old age. It hits with 3 autos if using a sword, and the third row gives you passive 4% chance to strike. Okay, well that's pretty cool. That's almost like a Wind Fury, right? Like a Wind Fury, or you know, or retaliation. I mean, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, fell cones. Let's get those taken care of. We've got to get to level 10 quick, so I don't have to do any more of these stupid quests, so we can do some battlegrounds. Evo's already doing battlegrounds without me, probably. Or maybe he's just leveling. You can't get confused with banner, you mean? What? We're level 8. Got some quests to turn in here, though. Let's see if we can get close to 9. That was some good experience. Oh yeah, honor. Why is that not working? Target is not a player. What? Can I not cast this on myself? Oh, I put player honor. Cast at play. No, yeah, cast at player. Okay, well, let me target myself and try it. Okay. Alright, well then we'll just do it this way. If you want to be a jerk about it. I have banners I can wear on my back? Okay. Well, right now I think I've only got the one banner. The one that like heals me. Like I have this one. Alright, the recovery banner. And then I can recall it and bring it back. That's a good banner? Okay. Yeah, that's the only one I think I have right now. So, well, it is the only one I have right now. I miss having the swim speed of... The secret's out on Starcallers, though, man. I saw so many Starcallers being created in the Night Elf Zone. I'm gonna let you have that because I'm nice. But I could have picked it up before you. For some reason you guys don't have your mounts. There you go, use your mount. There you go. Yeah, I probably shouldn't tell my wife I did battle with a snake in the garage because she's going to be so worried there's snakes in the garage. But I kind of want to... I'll just tell her that the snake was outside the garage and not in the garage. That's what I'll tell her. I don't want her to think it was in the garage because that'll freak her out, man.
Lovely.
You were screwed. You were screwed.
You're starting to take some damage. So you fought 2 copperheads, yeah. Nah, it was this looked like a black racer or some sort of black snake. That was trying. It was in the garage. It was literally in the garage. Not quite sure how I got in the garage.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
It's weird. Doesn't seem to want to let me pick that up. Kind of strange. Timberlane sprouts. Yes, we need many sprouts. There's so many people on the server. So Valste, you haven't wanted to play here? This seems like you might enjoy playing here, Valste. Come in here and play, I don't know, pick something crazy. I'm sure there's some ranger build you could do. Been too busy? What? What have you been busy with? You don't... Do you work? Valste, do you work? I thought you weren't working. Weren't you living with your dad or your parents? You've been too busy with medical stuff? Okay. Well, hopefully good stuff. You wish you were working? Oh, you don't, trust me, you don't wish you were working. Dude, I'm so ready to retire. I was actually talking to a guy. First species on template. Let's go. Hey, Eva. All right, cool. I'm getting close. I'm level 9, dude. I'm only 1 level away from being able to do BGs with you, Evo. I don't think my character's going to be very strong because I don't think my mitigation is going to be good enough. But I think we'll do a little bit of damage. We do it. It's nice that we have the charge, but we need more like self-healing, or I need some more mitigation. So, not sure where we're going to get it from. You loved your job? Well, I don't love my job. I like my job. My job's good. I have a great job, but it's not that I dislike my job. It's just that I'm tired of doing my job. I'm 56 years old, and I've been writing code since I was, since I was like 20. Since I was like 20. You know what I mean? So I'm just tired of it. They say you get tired of. They say that you get tired of anything after you've done it for 10 years. Well, I've done it since since '92. So what is that? Like 34 years? I've been doing coding, coding. So I'm just tired of it. I'm tired. I've been playing WoW. Well, yeah, but WoW is a video game. There's nobody telling me what to do in WoW. I can do whatever I want. Whereas at work, I get told what to do. That's the difference. Yeah, I want to retire, man. Fake internet money's I want to retire so bad. Me and my wife bought something from this older gentleman the other day, and he was, like 66 or something. He retired at 62, and he was basically telling me that I should retire at 62. He's like, dude, you should take early retirement. He said that if he didn't take early retirement and he worked till he was like, I don't know, 67 or something, it'd only come out to like $100,000 extra. And he's like, do you really want to spend 5 years working just so that in your retirement you end up getting like an extra, I don't know, like $100,000 in your 401k or something? And I was like, I don't know. But it's not just that. I mean, 5 years of working means I'm making my salary for 5 years. So it's not just that, whatever's in your savings, So the problem is I have a house payment and 2 car payments. So until I get those paid off, I don't know how I could retire. I mean, there's no way I'm gonna get my house payment paid off before I retire. I just bought a house, so that ain't gonna happen. It's not a bad idea. Valsia, that is not a bad idea. I mean, I want to sell my house. I'm hoping that in like 10 years or like 12 years I can sell my house and then just build my log cabin. You're gonna be free and clear, like not have any, have no mortgage payment because it'll be all paid for. That's the goal, right? Just to sell my house, move to Missouri or like Wyoming or something, and just build a log cabin. And just retire, right? Yeah, I mean, me and my wife thought about that too. We thought about buying a barn, like a barn house, like a barn, where it's like basically kind of like a barn, but it's a house. I think what do they call it, like a barn dominium, or I don't know, something like that. But I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. My wife is so sick, Volstay. She keeps saying that she's not gonna make it. My wife is convinced that she's not gonna live until I retire. She doesn't think she'll last that long because of all her sickness issues she has. And I don't know. I don't think that's the case. I think she is going to live a lot longer than she thinks, but sorry, I think she's wrong. So. But if something did happen to my wife and she wasn't around anymore, then I would move into I would sell my house and I would move into something much smaller, Or I would move in with like my mom or something and take care of my mom, you know what I mean? So my mom has a house in Mountain City, Tennessee. That's actually what I would do. If something happened to my wife, I would probably just move in with my mom. Because she already has a house that's paid for. I would retire, move in with her, and help take care of her in her old age, because she's 90 years old. So that's probably what I would do. Man, I'm not 10 yet. This is bogus. Bogus-orama. Come on. Ugh. Yep, I'm gonna move into my mom's basement. Well, my mom doesn't have a basement. My mom has a tiny house in Tennessee. A very, very tiny house. It would just be me in a tiny little bedroom, her in her bedroom, and just a kitchen and like a living room and a dining room, and that's about it. It's a very small, but it's a beautiful property. I mean, it's a big yard, and so this is the Guardian. It's a Guardian. What's so cool about this class is she does most of her damage by hitting people with her shield, which is kind of fun. So I have Pulverize, slam an enemy with your shield. I've got Ram an enemy with your shield. So I love shield play, so. It's like a warrior, though. We can, watch. We can charge. Hit him with my shield. Hit him with my shield again. Put up, shield block.
Lovely.
And then and when I block, I counterattack.
Lovely.
I counterattack off the block. So.
Lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
Mm. That's a lot of weak auras. Somebody really went to town on this shit. Why is it not... Yeah, not loaded. Okay, cool. I just want a cooldown. Give me a cooldown one. Well, they're doing a lot of triggers on these things. Unit, target, buff, debuff. Wow.
Lovely. Lovely.
Really? Why do they have all these are way overly complicated. Yeah, this is way overly complicated. Whoever made those weak auras, they went overboard. Hmm.
Lovely. Lovely.
Okay, well that weak aura doesn't work at all. That doesn't work at all. I just want a simple weak aura. The only reason I want a weak aura for reprisal and is because when I'm in certain stances, it's not showing the cooldown. Like if I'm in battle stance here, I don't know if the cooldown for reprisal is up. Here, let me show you what I mean. If I charge and I go deep block, right?
Lovely.
Actually, not reprisal, but it's a shield block. Shield block. I want to know when, but if I'm in battle stance, it doesn't show, right? If I go to battle stance, see how this stance hides. It actually hides. Actually, I think I know how to fix that. I think I know how to fix that. I'm an idiot. Hey, what's up, Korach? I think if I just put the show tooltip for reprisal, we should be for shield block here. That should fix it. Hopefully, let's find out. Yeah, see it's on cooldown.
Lovely.
Yep, see that fixed it. Now we switched into the other stance. Right, we're not in tower stance, but it still shows the cooldown, which is what we want. So that's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I was hesitant to play this. But the thing, here's the biggest reason that I play this is because I'm bored of Classic WoW, right? I've played Classic WoW for so long, I'm just bored of it. So even though I see this as having a lot of issues, I see a lot of problems with, just like I saw with Bronzebeard, but it's still more fun than Classic because everything's so new. But I would definitely trim down the abilities a little bit. I feel like you get to like level 26, 28, and all of a sudden you've got like 30 skills or 30 keybinds, which to me seems really excessive. I mean, you're not even halfway to 60, and you're already with like, 30 keybinds. I mean, it's crazy, right?
Lovely.
Hmm. I wish I wish instead of showing like for the stance bar, instead of it showing both, I wish it just showed the icon for the one you're in instead of like showing like all of them. I say I don't care. I just show the icon showing which one I'm in. That would be preferable.
Lovely.
But it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we completed that quest already. Let's check on the waifu Tori. She should be on her way home now. It's 7:30 almost. Ah, stupid thing isn't updating. Hold on a second. Let me start this application over. Why is the Find My Phone on iPhone like so dog shit? Like it never works very well. I don't know why that is. Alright, no, my wife's still at her mom's house. But Bitcoin's starting to go back up. I hope it continues. I hope we don't have another bottom. I hope the bottom's over, but who knows? I feel like the bottom's in, but I could be wrong. I mean, but I feel like it's in.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
Well, that guy they just came in here and walloped those guys.
Lovely.
Yeah, they changed the quest so that the drop rate is much higher on this Shaman Voodoo Charm quest, because it drops like every time now. Like you kill one mob and it drops. I really need to clean out my inventory. Oh, Stormbringer. Yeah, I agree. It's either in or we got maybe one more dip, right?
You were screwed.
Okay, do I have a healing potion? Only one. This guy's kicking my ass. I'm totally dead.
Lovely.
Alright, can we get out of here? We're gonna have to run for it. Yeah, I'm dead. Wow. Okay, well, resurrect. Oh wow, they let me resurrect in the same spot? Interesting. Why did he hit? Why did he do so much damage? It's only one level higher than me. Why would he hit so hard? That's kind of surprising. I'm not sure why that guy hit so hard.
Lovely.
Maybe my character's just weak. Weak sauce. That's crazy though that that guy killed me. I can't understand why he would hit that hard. Hmm. I think the support guardian could be really fun. Like this is, I was going for the gladiator, right? Which is the kind of the shield DPS, the sword and shield DPS spec, but there's the inspiration where you're more of like a bard, I guess is what they call it, you know? I don't know why this is bugged out. This happened last time I was in here where one of these bugged out for like a certain amount of time. I don't know why. Let me kill a mob while we wait. Maybe I need to keep my banner down at all times. Maybe the banner does more
Lovely.
than I realize. +8 healing. It's not a lot. It's better than nothing, I guess. But...
Lovely. Lovely.
Alright, let's see if we can loot this. So, not encouraged. Not encouraged by the squishiness of this class right now. I'm very squishy, which is kind of scary. Starcaller just buffed me with intellect. Yeah. I guess we'll have to wait and see when we hit level 10. Maybe we'll get some new abilities that'll help out.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
You made a guardian. They have been so damn good as a tank. Oh, they've been good as a tank? I haven't... I'm not... I was gonna go... I wasn't gonna go tank. I'm doing it for PvP, Conan, so for me it's the focus is PvP, so... I don't know if Guardian tank is good in PvP. I'm trying to find like a really tanky class to do PvP with, but...
Lovely.
You were screwed.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win this fight.
You were screwed.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
Ah, yeah, we're definitely gonna die here, boys. Yeah.
Lovely.
We're dead. Yeah. It's weird that they let you resurrect here. Oh shit. Oh my god, just let me hearth out of here. They're gonna aggro. Oh, thank god somebody else was here. I'm just trying to get out of here. It's funny, I never died on the Starcaller, man. Starcaller was way too... You had way too much survivability. Okay, so Evo, you think the cultist tank is good? I thought you said it was bad. Wait. Oh no, it wasn't you. It was what's his name? It was... Yeah, I don't know if he's been in this stream. I think he was at some point. Let's see. I'm trying to remember his name. I don't see him. But he played a cultist tank to level 28, and he said it wasn't very good. You know, but I don't know. Yeah. Well, the Starcaller was super strong 10 to 19, and then from 20 to 23, or then like 20 to 23, or 2022 was weak, and then 23 to 24 I felt strong, and then 26 I felt weak again. So it was probably just other people in the battleground were stronger, but it didn't feel great, you know, at 28. That's why I wanted to try a few other classes, you know, and I'm trying not to like I don't want to get stuck into just playing one class because there's so many classes. You know, I wanted to try different ones out, and like I said earlier, even if we don't play those classes, it's still good to know what those classes can do for PvP. Because I mean, you're going into a battleground, you want to know what the other class is capable of. So, all right, here we go. We are now level 10. So, inspiration. I'm getting a friend request. What is this? Oh no, ignore. I get so many pending, ignore. I get so many friend requests on Discord, and almost all of them are people trying to sell me something. All right, so the options here are Vanguard, Gladiator, Inspiration. Inspiration's the lead from the front, rousing speeches, war banners, heroic ballads that embolden allies and shatter enemy resolve. Complexity normal. Complexity on the Vanguard normal. Actually, Gladiator complexity intermediate. Destroy enemies using a shield as a master of the arena, devastating your opponents with powerful kicks, trapping them in nets. Interesting. And Glory, your ram now grants a stack of glory. At 3 stacks, your next ram deals 150% increased damage. You also have net. Toss a weighted net at the enemy that roots them for 4 seconds while active. The target cannot dodge attacks. Damn. Cultist Tank, while it sounds fun, the design is bad overall. Yeah, I tried to play Cultist Tank, and I played it on beta until 50 and gave feedback to devs, but they don't seem to care. Yeah, thanks, Brimstone, because I tried. It looked really cool. Like, if you look at I was watching a video on the Cultist Tank, and from like a thematic and a lore point of view, it looked really great. I was like, this looks really cool. But then when I played it, I could just see. I felt like either you have these ranged abilities, but they're so short. Like they're only like 30 yards. I mean, 30 yards ranged abilities is really bad in Conquest of Azeroth because those other classes have 35, 40, and I'm telling you right now, my Skycaller's bow, 45-yard range. Skycaller can shoot you from 45 yards, which is insane, by the way. And even though it's not heavy damage though. I mean, their arrows don't do a ton of damage. I always liken it to League of Legends. It's like you're like poking people. I mean, you can poke people and weaken them with your arrows at range because they're usually not within range to hit you. So it's free damage, man. It's like, oh yeah, I'll tap you a couple times over here when you can't do anything about it. It's either going to make them back off or they're going to charge at you, one of the two, right? Hold on a second. I was hearing something in the house, but okay. Must be the cats. So, I really like the Starcaller, and I think the Starcaller at 60 is really strong, but the problem with Starcaller is that I see so many people playing it, so I was trying to find some of the classes to, there was somebody, I don't know if it was Evo, if it was you, who said that you saw, or somebody said they saw like a Guardian, or a Gladiator, like just shield slam someone in a battleground and just do like insane damage with just like a shield slam, just boom. But we're going to go Gladiator. We're going to go Gladiator and test it out, right? And the first ability is Glory. Your ram now grants you a stack of Glory for 30 seconds. Add 3 stacks to your next ram within 30 seconds. Deals 150% increased damage. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what we can learn. We got ram rank 2. Let's go hit somebody in the face and see how it works. Yeah, Drake, that's 100% what I want to do. I don't like playing classes that everybody plays. I hate to say it, but I'm one of those stupid people, and I will own up to it. I want to be the special snowflake. I want to be the person. That's why I always play Melee Hunter and weird like meme builds because if I excel at them, then it's more impressive. People are like, oh wow, you actually play it and you're good at it, and I've done Melee Hunter in Classic WoW. I've done it in Bronzebeard. I've done it in Turtle WoW, and I've gone into dungeons and top damage meters, and people are like, how the hell are you topping damage meters in Melee Hunter? It's just so fun. It's so fun to be like, to surprise people, to show them that, hey, this can work if you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? You said after level 10, you picked tank spec. Problem is the balance between... Yeah, that was the problem I ran into, Brimstone, that I saw when I looked at the cultist tank, is that several of your abilities used mana, but I didn't see any abilities, but only at level 10. I didn't see any abilities that generated mana. So, and when you're out of mana on the cultist tank, you're really gimped. Like, you really can't do a lot. So, and then your ranged abilities that generate insanity were such a short range, so you have to get so close to the enemy to hit them to generate some insanity, not rage, but insanity. If you get that close, they just kill you because you're too squishy, right? You're too weak. So you either get in close, try to hit them with some ranged abilities, generate insanity, or if you try to go in close and hit them and generate insanity, you just don't do enough damage, and you don't have enough survivability. There wasn't enough passive mitigation. There wasn't enough mana regeneration. The reason the Starcaller works so well, the reason Starcaller class works so well is that it's based on mana, but you have the ability, like 2 or 3 different abilities that regenerate a lot of mana. It's very easy to regenerate mana on a Starcaller. So you can dump your mana into all these damage. You have, I think, 3 or 4 skills I can think of on Starcaller that give you mana. And one of them is like an AoE ability. So like every mob you hit gives you mana. You know what I mean? So like if you are like really low on mana, you go into a big group of like one of those stupid like, knights of one of those cocks, the Knights of Zoroth or whatever their name is. You can hit them and hit like 3 minions and you're going to get tons of mana back. Yeah, Sun Cleric's cool. My goal for Conquest of Azeroth was always to play Sun Cleric tank because I'm a huge fan of the Sun Cleric. I played Sun Cleric when Conquest of Azeroth first launched back in 2000, 4 years ago, and I really liked Sun Cleric. I thought it was really fun. And that was the first class I played here, and I got up to like level 16, and I just felt like it was kind of weak. But I know it does get stronger, so I'm definitely going to jump back on the Sun Cleric at some point and keep going, because I do think Sun Cleric is very fun. So yeah, I don't think the devs care about balancing. The one thing that I talked to a few people, and I think they're more interested in PvE aspect of the game. Like if you ever played the regular Ascension WoW, not Bronzebeard, not this, but the original Ascension WoW, where you could just build your characters from any skills from any class. You could build like a hunter that had Renew and had a shaman shield, like Earth Shield, right? You ended up creating all these characters that were so overpowered that all of the PvE content was rudimentary. Like anybody could clear it, right? Yeah. So, anyways, let me play around with this real quick. But yeah, I do want to jump back on the Sun Cleric pretty soon. I do feel like I'm gonna have a hard time playing Starcaller because I just feel like I'm gonna be like everybody else. People are gonna be like, "Oh, you're good with Starcaller. You're hard to kill. So is everybody who plays Starcaller." You know what I mean? It's just gonna feel like, meh. Meh. I do not like playing classes that everybody else plays. All right, so we got 1 stack of glory, but we only get a stack of glory when we use Ram, and Ram is a fairly long cooldown, right? So what that means is that if we have a fight that's fairly long, the longer the fight goes, obviously the more stacks of glory we get. So let's go ahead and... Okay, we're going to hit this guy. Now we have 3 stacks. Actually, we don't. I guess we lost. I don't see the stacks. Where'd they go? Oh, they disappear as a buff, and it just shows up as... So now this ram should hit really hard. And it did. They hit for 124 damage. So, yeah. Well, here's the thing, Brimstone. And I say this all the time to other people when they come into my stream. My favorite play style in PvP is kind of a weird play style. I like to play what I call the Disruptor. And the playstyle of the Disruptor is someone who does medium, like moderate to medium damage. If they're lucky, they do medium to high damage, which would be very unlikely because they would be very overpowered if they did. But they do medium damage. They do enough damage to be annoying, but they have interrupts. They have usually some kind of stun, and they have the ability to kind of help their teammates out in big team fights, and they are very difficult to kill. They have a lot of good sustain, either good self-healing or passive defenses that make them very difficult to kill. So the goal of the Disruptor is to go into a battleground to be on the front line of team fights and to just be annoying. Like just, charge in, hit people, interrupt spells, maybe put up spell reflect, whatever. And just try to, and hopefully, preferably I like the class to have a shield, And so when I looked at Conquest of Azeroth, there was a lot of options. There's so many tanks. So I wanted to play every tank and see if any of these tanks can fall into that role of like a Disruptor. Because that's my favorite. It's kind of like a bruiser. Because people talk about bruisers. Bruisers are typically classes that don't die very easily and that can do decent damage. That's usually what you can think of as like a bruiser. But for me, a Disruptor is a little bit more than that because you have to have some sort of abilities to interrupt spells or fear or, you have to have some way to disrupt combat, And the Sun Cleric is pretty close. I mean, not the Sun Cleric. I'm sorry. The Starcaller is pretty close because Starcaller does have that taunt that can stop spellcasting, and I think the Starcaller does get a stun later on. I just haven't gotten it yet, so. But you said two-hand tanks don't like it too much. I don't like to two-hand tank. Like no. To me, tanking you should have a shield. You should have a shield. If one of the tank specs is like, oh, you tank, but you're like dual wielding or you're wielding a two-hand weapon, then no, not for me. Not for me. For me, when I'm tanking, I want the good old Dungeons and Dragons freaking shield, man. I need a shield. Right? That's just the way I like to play. I go for the RP, you know. Like if I'm a tank, man, I should be on the front line. I should be blocking attacks with my shield, you know. Anyways, we're level 10. Let us... Do we need to do anything here? Oh, we do have a quest to turn in, but who cares? Let's go to Stormwind. Or Ironforge. Actually, there's a shield we need. Never mind, there's a shield we need to get here, actually. There's a shield we got to get. I think it's level 16. Evo, are you ready to do Battlegrounds? Where's Evo? All right. Oh, Evo, I need to turn on, well, 15. I can't do it until 15. Okay, cool. At 15, I'm going high risk. I'm going high risk at 15. So. More powerful spell. So somebody's already casting a more powerful version of the spell that I was trying to cast, which means we already have a gladiator in here. This guy, this level 16 orc gladiator. Oh, somehow we ended up with a net throw. So let's macro. Let's go net throw. It's probably one word, right? No, it's 2 words. Throw. All right, boom, boom, boom. We've got our net throw. That should help a little bit. I'm just gonna try to follow you, all right? We're going to follow Evo. He's on the big mountain here. He's a Knight of Zoroth, so I'm just going to stick by his side. Wherever you go, Evo, I'm following. Let's do it. All right, we're going mid. Let's get my banner. Oh man, mid does not look pretty.
Lovely. Lovely.
You were screwed.
I'm dead already. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm so squishy. I just got hit like a couple times. I'm like, yeah, I'm dead. And we don't have any like defenses. I don't think. Did I even hit my trainer? Yeah, I guess I did. Okay. will miss my Starcaller's knockback. This is so good on this map. What? It let me grab it while I'm on my mount? What? Seriously? Is this real? You shouldn't be able to grab a flag while you're on a mount, should you? What? I guess so. That's what we call speed cap, right? That's what we call a speed cap, baby. I have no... Oh, I do have a bow. That's about it.
Lovely.
We need a Starcaller to, or some people with some knockbacks to knock these guys off. Wait a minute, wait a minute.
You were screwed.
Oh god, I'm so squishy. Dude, I'm so squishy. People just blow at me and I fall over. I just blow away. Oh man, I hope we get some. I hope when we get higher levels we get some better mitigation, because I don't want to be a glass cannon, man. That's not my playstyle.
You were screwed.
Yep. Glass cannon. Oh, let's look at my shitty damage. Oh, we've done 337 damage. Wow, epic. How about you, let's see, what's your character name? Evo Bear. You're doing 642, more than me. Alright, well, we're never going to win if we don't take 3 bases. It's the only way we're going to win this. We need 3 bases.
Lovely. Lovely.
You were screwed.
Lovely.
Oh, I died. I tried. I tried. Mind Flare. Good name. Mind Flare. It's a good name, though. Probably hard to get that name. I'm going for Blood Elf. BE, baby. BE. Let's see if we can get BE back. He bubbled!
You were screwed.
He bubbled! He bubbled! Man, I need to get some better bandages. Those feel like they don't do much of anything. Like, what was that bandage, dude? That was some crap is what that was. What is the light green class? Let's see. Well, this one's a Venomancer, and this one here's a Venomancer. So the These two greens are Venomancers. That's the only green ones in here. There's like a gray. I don't know if this is gray or brown. I guess I'm like kind of gray in color. Like kind of a light. I'm like a light tan in color. Light tan. That's Guardian. The Blood Mages are red. Mages, or the Rune Masters, are blue. And the dark blue are Stormbringers. Just, oh, they're scary. Stormbringers hit hella hard. And the purple is Cultist. And I think that's all we got, right? And then this one, the Primalist, is this orange, kind of orangey looking one. It's funny that the Sun Cleric and the Primalist have very, very similar colors. Very similar. Ah, my wife's on the move. So my wife's on her way home. So this stream's not going to last too much longer. Maybe another like 30 minutes. I'm stunned. Okay. Oh, the other team? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the other team is comprised of. The blue's the Starcaller. This yellow one's like a Fellsworn. I'm stunned. Big time stunned. Still stunned. I'm still asleep. How long are they going to put me asleep here? I'm getting hit with... I got hit with barbed shot, man. They got the barbed shot. Volstay, we got the hot dog. I got hit with the hot dog. Hot dog. See it right there? The hot dog? The serrated shot. Oh, man. No, well, I mean, it feels... I mean... It feels better that I have the engagement. I have charge, so we have the engager, which feels way better. I feel like I can jump in and hit somebody. I feel like I can throw it on my banner, which heals a little bit. So I feel more useful than the cultist at level 10. The cultist at level 10 felt entirely useless, to be honest. So. And hey, we leveled up even. Yeah, barb shot is great on like hot dog. Hot dog. Oh man. Alright, so we got a weapon which is better than my weapon. And we got a bow which is probably better than my bow. It is. With that. And we got a talent point. So the first talent point is Century Strike. Stab an enemy dealing 110% weapon damage plus additional effect base on your weapon. Sword triggers 3 additional auto attacks. Axe guaranteed to critically strike for 25% increased damage. Damn. And mace ignores 50%. Well, we have a mace currently. And this is Centurion Strike. Okay. Centurion Strike. Is it 2 words or 1? It's 2. Centurion! And we're just going to make this... I don't know. What's the cooldown on this guy? It is... 15 seconds. We can probably just... Centurion. Did I misspell it? Centurion, macro. Centurion. Did I like misspell it or something? I did. It's an O, not an A. There you go. Is it off cooldown? You still don't know how to play the Knight of Azeroth? No, that's all good, man. I'm gonna queue us as a group. Centurion Strike. We need to get to Dark Shore. Now this will be interesting. Do I have any other... What is this? Is this a helm? Yes, the helm. Wardrobe, the helm. There we go. I don't like these gloves. You don't know how to play as a knight, and I don't really know how to play guardian. All I know is I get my butt whooped really quick. So we do have a Centurion Strike, which seems to do a little bit more damage. I don't think I have a sword, though. I have a mace. So it's going to ignore 50% of my opponent's armor, which kind of blows, to be honest. But the sword is 5. Let's try using the sword. Let's try using the sword. I'm just curious if the 3 extra attacks or whatever is going to feel like it, does anything. Okay, well that's our team split up, which is not good. It means these guys right here are all gonna die, probably, and I'm one of them. All these people here are dead. See those people? They're all dead. Let's see. One died. Kime, AFO. Kime's dying. He's dead soon. He's dead. AFO dead. I told ya.
You were screwed.
I'm dead. Just, I was hitting that guy and it was like doing nothing. Like he was absorbing everything. Look at my damage. Look at this. I did 99 damage. I hit that guy like 4 times for 99 damage. It's just like, what? What the hell, man? Yep. I'm not gonna lie, this character feels weak, but I'm only level 11, so we won't really know until we get to like, once we get to like level 18 or 19, then we'll see when we get some more abilities, see what we're dealing with. But right now, it's garbage.
You were screwed.
Boom. We did more damage that time. 170 damage. But before we just got blown up. Before we get blown into next week. It's a level 13 cultist, right? You'd think we'd be able to kill like a level 13 cultist.
You were screwed.
But like, I don't know what that cultist had. Like he had some sort of shield on him. But he's only level 13 and I feel like I'm hitting a brick wall, you know? Look at that, 18 damage. Whoa. That's some serious damage right there. Ooh, 570 damage. We're climbing up the damage meter. Let's see, DPS per second, Moon 27, 34. I'm not even on here apparently. I want DPS. I'm doing 11 damage per second.
You were screwed.
Yes. I just die instantly. We're just fodder. We're just a target dummy. It's like, here I am, kill me. What was cool about the Star Caller a lot was that even like at low levels when you were weak, you still had other things you could do. Like you could shoot arrows at distance. You could heal people. Like you had heals. And you could what else? You could heal. You could shoot arrows. I guess that was pretty much it. But still, it was something. Like this character, you can't heal. You can't like you don't have any ranged abilities, at least not yet. Other than my bow, which is garbage for damage. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go up and shoot this bow, and it's not gonna do any damage.
You were screwed.
Lovely.
Yay! It's like not even you're not even worth playing at level 10. You're so weak. Actually, I'm level 11, but you're just so weak. I think I need to spend some time going over some of the talent trees. You know, just see like what are the abilities these classes have, you know. And he bubbled. Look at the stun.
You were screwed.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I'm looking at the talent trees. I'm not really seeing. I mean, all I'm seeing is stuff that, like, oh, I can block better. I can do a little bit more damage. This doesn't really help my survivability. Fortify your defense is reducing. Now, this helps. Brace. Reducing all damage taken by 100% and gaining immunity to stun effects. That's a really good ability. This, increase your maximum by 6%. That's very good. Deflector, reduce the cooldown of your raised shield. Reduce the duration of your raised shield. These are all good. Yeah, so it looks like these talents here are good. What do you mean middle spec? Just try the middle spec. You glad you didn't like? Well, you didn't like the Knights of Azeroth? Well, you mean the inspiration? You said Gladiator. You really? Oh, so you tried Gladiator. You didn't like it. Yeah. Well, so far, I mean, I like the idea of using the shield, but I mean, obviously, we have to get. The problem is, I get impatient. I want to see like good stuff right away, and obviously, we're only level 11, so I mean, you just can't judge a class at level 11. You have to judge a class at like level 30 or something. You know, when you've actually had a chance to acquire quite a few of the abilities, but we can get an idea of what's there. Like when I look at the Gladiator tree, I don't see anything that's that exciting. I see stuff that increases damage, increases block. That's about it, right? Increase hit chance, you know, increase your hit chance, you know, increase your haste. I'm not really super I'm not super interested in that. I'm interested in more, more like kind of disruptive type stuff, like blocking, spell reflecting, like protecting one of my allies by charging, I don't know. But then when we look at the Guardian tree, I see, because the Guardian is a baseline for the entire class because it's a Guardian. But the Guardian stuff there's a lot of really good stuff in Guardian. Like I said, Brace is really good. Sturdy is fantastic. Resolve here is good. Also, Deflector is good. Valiant Effort's good. Shield Wall, fantastic. Increases the armor contribution from your shield by 20%. That's really good. Look at Shrug It Off, instantly escape the effects of any route. I mean, the Guardian's where it's at. That's where you're getting all of that kind of like utility and that kind of like survivability. The Gladiator is just like, increasing like your damage. Increase your block rating. All I've seen in here is increasing your block and your damage, right? Damage, increase your damage, reduce the energy cost. Increase your damage. Again, you get free abilities to increase your damage once again. Yeah, not really. The Gladiator tree doesn't look that exciting. Let's go to here. And let's see what we got here. Increase your attack power. Increase your energy regeneration. You place and inspire your allies in the midst of battle, transforming your pulverizer and your broad sweep into ballads. Increase your agility. You now restore 3% of your base health whenever you block. See, now that's the kind of stuff I like. See this right here? This is sustain. This is what helps sustain you. Every time we block an attack, we restore 3% of our base health. That's a passive effect, right? Those are the types of things that I really enjoy on a character, like this beautiful passive, you know, that like helps to keep me standing upright and not face planted, you know. Increase the damage of your balance, that's decent, you know, it's damage. Your balance is going to help everybody. Player hearing melody, dealing damage, and reducing all healing effects by the enemy, so that's kind of nice. Beat the drums of war, kind of stolen from the Burning Crusade, leatherworking drums of battle, probably. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Liberation, instantly break any, you know, again, this is interesting though, they have instantly break an ally free of any stun. So you can actually break one of your, you can actually, you know, cleanse. It's kind of like a dispel magic or a cleanse on one of your allies, which is kind of interesting. So that's you playing the role of support. Dealing damage with Ram now dispels one magic effect. Again, pretty decent. Casting Ram now causes your next 3 melee attacks to deal additional magic damage. Magic damage is always better than physical damage because it's less likely to be mitigated. Increase your haste. Reduce the cooldown of your cavalry charge. That's good. Reduce your damage taken. Again, helping your teammates. Helping your teammates. Helping your teammates. Helping you and your teammates. Okay, just damage increase. Damage increase. Damage increase. Damage increase. Okay, damage. Voice of an Angel. Sing a beautiful song, instantly resetting the cooldown of Liberation, Herring Melody, and Hero's March. Okay. And War Drums. In addition to performing the sound of war, now it's 4% chance to echo, striking additional time. Not sure what that does. The ballads are really good because it's damage res on the enemy. What do you mean damage res? Now this is cool. Okay, this is cool. So Field Commander can increase the magic resistance of party and raid members by 20 for 10 seconds. That's actually pretty cool. Also, so the Field Commander, this is a really good ability because I can see a lot of really good stuff in here that could be really impactful. But again, this is not necessarily like my favorite type of playstyle. Like playing a support who just runs around singing songs like a bard is not typically my favorite playstyle. But I think it could be fun. It could be interesting in Battlegrounds because you could really help out your teammates, you know. And probably people would be really happy to have you on their team, you know. Be like, oh yeah. But I do think this looks more interesting than, unfortunately, than the Gladiator. The Gladiator just looks, I don't know. It could be good at higher levels. I mean, it looks like to me like all the talents that I like are in the Guardian tree. I mean, you get Reflective Shield, which is fantastic. So Gladiator could still be good at, you know, at higher levels. So I think that's the problem with Conquest of Azeroth is most of the classes are so unique that most of us who don't know, you know, we've never played these classes that much, or certainly not to high levels. So you're kind of, you know, you don't really know what. You don't really know how to play them. You know, it's hard to level through all those low levels where you're getting your ass handed to you to get to a point where you're actually decent. You know what I mean? In Arcade, you were a Battle Bard. That's cool. I remember the Battle Bard. I remember the Arcade had so many class combinations. Arcade was a really good game. That was a really good game. Anyways, I gotta go, guys. My wife's on her way home. I'm going to probably maybe make dinner for her when she gets here, probably. I'm gonna guess she hasn't eaten dinner. And it's just one of those things. I would love to level up all these classes in the different trees. I would love to play, you know, I would love to play the Gladiator at high level and see what it's like. I would love to see it because it could be really good. It's just no way to know until you get up there. So, and the fastest way to level, I don't think really is doing Battlegrounds unless you're winning a lot, right? It's probably just doing quests, you know, just like it always is in World of Warcraft. But I think I don't know, I gotta do some more research. I might do some research offline to try to figure out which class could be better fit for me, because right now I'm just not sure what the best fit for me is. You know, still trying to figure that out. You love Arena's 80 game? Yeah. So Guardian. We got the Cultist tank, a Guardian, Starcaller tank, Sun Cleric tank, Blood Mage tank. So I was trying all the tanks. You know what I mean? So, but we're too low level. I mean, the highest level character I have is a Starcaller, and she's just good. I mean, Starcaller's fantastic. I think the Sun Cleric could be good. I just think we just need to get higher level. Anyways, I'm out of here. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday. I will catch you guys. I'll probably stream again in like 4 or 5 hours, maybe. You know, like around like it's 8:26 p.m. my time. I may come back and play around like midnight, probably midnight, just for like a couple hours. And when I do, I'll probably play. I'm probably gonna play the Sun Cleric. I think I want to get on Sun Cleric and level up to a little bit more and see what it's like in the next bracket. So, anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time, man. Peace out.